In this short video, I'm going to show you how to create a one-lesson training to be used as a security and privacy policy acknowledgement for all of your employees. So to orient you really quickly, we're in Slack, we're in the Haekka app in the Home tab. We need to go into the Haekka dashboard. So I'm going to go to Messages, type Dashboard. It'll give me a button that I can click, which will launch me straight into the dashboard. From here, I'm going to go into trainings. I already have a couple of trainings here, but nothing that's a policy acknowledgement. So I'm going to go down into our catalog category. I'm going to choose a template because I'm just going to use something that already exists. I'm going to choose a blank template. You can see here, just add training. I'm going to customize this because it is going to be our policy acknowledgement. So we'll just say annual. We don't need a subtitle. We're using this template. We'll say that everybody has 7 days to complete this once they're assigned. We'll tag it as compliance. Say that it renews every year. Most companies and most frameworks and regulatory regimes like HIPAA and SOC 2 require you to do this with your employees every year. I'm not going to use the branching logic option. I am going to choose that this is a graded training and that the grading threshold is 100%. And basically what that means is employees have to say yes in order to pass out of this training and complete it. So you'll see that in a second. I'm going to confirm selection. You can see here just a summary of what we're doing, and then I just created the training. It's opening that training for me. As you can see here, there's no lessons and nobody assigned. So first I'm going to create, just as I said, the one lesson. This is going to be, and we'll just call it policy and procedure. And I'm not going to add a subtitle. I'm not going to add notes, but for the content itself, I have some content that I'd already created here that just is kind of a summary of what you need to do. This is the question, so I'm going to put that here. It just tells us that we need to review. This is an actual link, but we store our policies and procedures on Google Drive, and so that link there is what you would put to link to the policy folder where all your policies are held. For answers, we're just going to have two. So we have one now. That's yes. That is the correct answer. That's no. And so the question is, I acknowledge I've reviewed the linked policies and will follow them. So the correct answer is yes. The other answer is no. That's not correct. I'm not going to add explanations. I'm not going to add a video or anything else. I'm just going to save that lesson. So now we have that lesson. Now we just need to assign it. For this, I'm just going to assign it to myself. You could assign it to everybody within your Slack instance if you wanted, like most people would want for their entire company to take this for this demo. Or you can assign it to a channel right here. You can sync users from a channel, so every time somebody's added to it. For right now, I'm just going to add myself, and I'm going to assign it to me. And then I'm going to jump back into, and you can see here it's due in 7 days. I'm going to jump back into Haekka app in Slack. You can see here this policy acknowledgement has been assigned to me. I have to achieve 100% to pass. I'm going to open the training. Just provide some information, which was what we cut and pasted in there before. I'm going to go to the question. The question would have the link to the policy and procedure, and then I'd have to acknowledge that I'd read it and will follow it. In this case, I'm going to say no. It's not the correct answer. You can see there, I'm going to finish the lesson, and it looks like this is a note actually to the admin saying I didn't pass it. So anybody who says no to this, which is kind of nice as a policy acknowledgement, you as an admin will get a notice for that. Or you can basically choose to retake the training, and as you can see, it automatically sort of reassigned it to me. So I'm just going to choose retake training, and I'm going to acknowledge that I've read those and understand those policies and procedures, and I'm going to hit submit. It's the correct answer. So finish the lesson, and I'm done. Could request a certificate. That's pretty easy. And then as an admin, we're going to go back to the dashboard here, and you'll see, we'll just refresh it. and you'll see the results. So you can see Travis Good completed it. It took 2 attempts, but it was a grade of 100%, and that's complete. Now for like an auditor, you could choose from here to download evidence. If you do that, we'll go back to Slack here. It sends you a spreadsheet which says, when everybody was assigned this policy acknowledgement, how many times they took it, if they took it multiple times, and when they actually completed it. So it's really everything that you would need for an auditor to show that all of your employees have gone through and acknowledged your policies and procedures. Hope this was helpful. There's a lot of other really powerful things that you can do with Haekka in Slack. Our goal is to have this be a security HQ for your company and for your employees, and really to be a conduit between your security and security awareness teams and your employees. So policy acknowledgements are just one aspect of that, but there's lots of other things you can do. So I encourage you to explore our website and our app, and reach out if you want to see a demo and give it a free trial.